We continue learning Rabeinu Yona's Sharei Teshuva, page 391 of the article edition. As Rabeinu Yona now goes into the sixth level, Hamadrega Shishis, which is what? Misa Bidei Shamayim Rachmana Litzlan. Aveiros, they carry with them the horrible punishment of death by the hands of heaven. Kisarts Rabeinu Yona Hefer Shari Bein Misa Vekaris. There's a difference between Misa and Kares. Kichiva Misa Love Loi Al Zar Oi. Misa is only on the person himself, whereas Ubaynesh Kares, the terrible punishment of Kares is who? And Vizarai Nichras, not only will he be cut off, but also his future generations. However, teach the Chachamim Agmarim Sachim Kalinyan Echad. On one manner, there is one entity that Misa is more chamor, is more stringent than Kares. One who's chai misa b'dei shamayim, death surrounds and enters through the window. The animals he owns dies. His cow grazes in the meadow and dies. The chicken picks through the garbage and dies. And death is clinging, attaches to such a person and destroys him. Whereas Kares doesn't have such an element that it goes and it destroys every item around the person. Says Rabeinu Yona, let's list some examples of things which are punishable by death by heaven. The Mishnah in Sanhedrin list, one who eats tevel, foods that the appropriate shumros and maisos were not taken on. But Israel, one of the reasons why one has to be so careful about Achsherim in Eretz Israel is because if one is not, he could be eating tevel, Rachmana litzlan, misa b'dei shamayim. A zar, a non-kohen that eats truma, or a kohen that eats truma, not while he is tamei. Next, and there's some of these averos that are listed in Gemara Midrashim. Most of them learn from Psukim Kigoin. Hamana Alman v'Yasam, one who caused suffering to an Almana or Yasam, a widow or an orphan. Shenemer kol Almana v'Yasam. Loisa Anon, says the pasuk, do not cause them pain. Imane Sane Oisai. Because if you press them and they scream out to me, says Hashem, Shamaya Shemas HaKosai, and listen to their cry, Chara Api, and my anger will burn, Verakti Eschem B'charav, and I'll destroy you by the sword. The tormentor of he that causes the Yasam Alamana pain will die by hands of heaven. Whether the Almana, the Yasam, the widow, the orphan cries out to Shem or not, the punishment for causing an almana and a yasam, a widow, and orphan pain is one. Whether the widow or the orphan cries out to Hashem, whether the widow or the orphan suffers in silence, either way they have the same punishment for the tormentor. However, the one that cries out to Hashem, Hashem punishes quickly. And continues Rabeinu Yona, another thing that's Misa B'dei Shamayim. If someone steals from the poor, Shenemar says that the pasuk in Mishlei, Al Tigzal Dal Kidal Hu, do not rob the poor because you are poor. Ki Hashem Yarav Rivam V'Kavas Kaveim Nafesh. Hashem will fight their fight and rob the soul of those who rob him. Hashem will punish the one who stole from the ani by taking away his life. Farbanu Zebim Majig Ashish has already explained this. Why is it so severe to steal from an ani? Because as if you took his soul. Shenemar. Such are the ways one who pursues and gets things unjustly, he takes the soul of the owner. Because the ani has only a little bit. Without that, he could starve to death. If you take that little bit from the ani, it's like you took his life himself. Sometimes the ganaf steals from the ani, even when it's less than a pruta. Still, dam yechashiv. It's considered you took his blood. Leishahu dam yishavach gazel mimenu shave pruta. Still, it's considered that Still, it's considered that when you do steal a shava pruta, that you spill the blood, and therefore one could be chayiv misav de shamayim. And unfortunately, we have to learn about the terrible punishments.